BNI is looking for you to answer questions relating to crime investigations or your come under security intelligence interest, number one, they will serve notice. And number two, they will invite you. The acceptance of the notice and invitation can be done in person, or it can be done in any other way possible, which is appropriate. When arrest becomes an option on the table, because the BNI is well managed and the BNI or the NIB knows that the outcome of their exercises can be litigated in court, what they do is that they increase the first line of due diligence. And if they are arresting you without arrest warrant, they come on the certificate of emergency. But at all costs, they will acquire arrest warrant to make sure that you are arrested. Roland, I can tell you, the police, the frontline police officers, or the NIB or the BNI, once they have an arrest warrant, an arrest become an option, which means they've crossed all the T's and the dotted the I's, and they get into your premises, they will arrest you. And nothing can stop arresting you unless Christ says descend. So what you saw yesterday, in particular reference to the informant or the whistleblower MP, was not an operation from the NIB or the BNI. This is an operation involving all security, most of the security agencies in this country. And even if you see an NIB officer there, they are there on a particular assignment as part of what was happening.
Okay, so Mr. Kumadoe, so you're saying that,
let's break it down.
Mr. Kumadoe, so you're saying the right description is national security, right? Not NIB.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, we'll correct that on the screen.
What we are doing is that we are feeding into the politicians to instigate the NIB, and this is the only institution you have in Ghana standing alone. If we bastard it and we destroy it, the democracy will be doomed. So let's break it down. I can understand the concerns of the minority that don't go to his house because it's a member of parliament without involving us collectively. I can also understand their second point that says that if you want to arrest him, write to the speaker. Then recently you have done the same thing, and A+ and some other people were given the opportunity for you. But this is the way it works. It doesn't work that way. All cases are unique and different. The exigencies of the time are different, and it is not the duty of any politician, particularly the minority, to determine how the security agencies do their work. You have Kofi Bento. Let's stop from there and continue from there. When parliamentarians commit a crime, or they have acted in a way that says that the law enforcement have the ability to question them or interview them on a particular case involving a crime or suspected crime or actual crime or a matter of interest, it do not put any parliamentarian above the law. And I hear people saying that the NIB or the BNI should have acted this way, they should have acted that way. I have done this job for the past 28 years across the globe. I can tell you, many of these people have not investigated any criminal before. They have not questioned anybody in that regard before. And even if the security agencies get it wrong, remember, they have the interest of the state at heart, and they will not do anything, lack of discretion to create any problem. So that is where we are as of today. The informal MP, by the claims he made, saying that he has intelligence, and is ready to put it out there, it is just normal and it is just obvious that NACOPS and the BNI and the frontline police officers would at any point or at some point in time arrest him or invite him or interview him. And what you saw yesterday was one of them. But I think in the coming days, many of these things will be settled and the dust will be settled.
Okay. The question then will be, if they went there for arrest, it looks like they were just wishy-washy, as if they wanted to arrest and didn't want to arrest. So if you want the deal done, do it. Then it gives and sends the right sort of communication. This one looks as if it's being just a mere of show of force and harassment, really. What do you think?
I agree with you that, just like I said from the initial stage, once an arrest becomes an option for the NIB, as part of the quality of their due diligence, they will obtain arrest warrant.
Okay.
And once they walk into your premises, nothing stops them from arresting you unless Christ decides the same.
Okay.
Whoever led this operation, and whoever sanctioned this operation, their sanctioning regimes and their rules of engagement and their accountability regimes when it comes to some of these national security operations that involve agencies all over the place. This operation was not led by the NIB, and therefore, because I saw NIB, I was passionate about this particular organization that served the interests of the state. I can agree with you. If you want to arrest him, arrest him. If you don't want to arrest him, do what is needed and don't give them the opportunities to bastardize the security agencies. So we'll leave that one for whoever led this particular operation and what the objective is. But I can tell you on the premises of competence and authority, this operation was not led by the NIB. And if the NIB have you on the radar and you have come to security intelligence notice or a crime investigation notice, they will either serve notice of you being looked for or they will invite you. But what besides you when arrest become an option on the table and they have arrest warrant, you will be arrested.